Hey y'all, it's Andrea here at VW Family Farm, and we're out working today. Thought I'd take you around with us, tell you what's going on with the animals. Some of you that are new here may have never seen all our animals, so let's get started. There's storms a-brewing. There's actually storms rolling through here today. There's been lots of rain heading this way from a storm that blew in off the coast. And so we're expecting a couple days of rain, hence all this wind. Sorry about the wind today, guys, but it's a very windy day here. So we're out trying to get everything done before it hits. First thing is these meat birds. There's 13 of them. We're moving them today. They need to be processed really soon. I actually scored 25 more meat birds at Tractor Supply for like $1 each, which that's even cheaper than we can order them for. They were already a week old, so they wanted rid of them. Perfect for me because then I have to raise them a week less. So I encourage you, check your TSCs and all your farm stores right now to see if they've got chicks they're wanting to get rid of, because most people are not buying chicks right now. So those 25 are still in the garage. After these 2 days of rain, they're heading out here to a chicken tractor too. So we'll be processing them like September-ish.
We got a problem.
Yep. We're gonna find out real quick if they're gonna follow us where we want them to go when we have feed. Well, I'd say they're gonna come to us pretty easily.
Oh, they're so funny. We're being watched.
So these are my parents' half of the chickens that we were going to sell at the shindig. Since the shindig got canceled, we just wound up and split the chicks that we hatched. So we've had them in a chicken tractor the whole time that they've been little, but since they've gotten bigger, we recently let them out. So we just have the chicken tractor propped up for shade and shelter for when it rains and when it's hot. And we're just getting them used to not being in a little chicken tractor.
Future layers at VW Family Farm, and probably a bunch of roosters too. If you hatch chicks, you know that inevitably you will have a bunch of roosters. So they are loving their newfound freedom. So here are the two mamas and the big daddy eating. He is enormous. So we had some pig developments a couple days ago. I'm going to show you guys that here.
So I was just told I need to come look at this farrowing hutch, so let's go see what's in it. You guys ready? Oh, look at them all. There's 4.
So you can see Shorttail had her piglets. She had 4 healthy piglets. They're doing great. They're let's see, back out under that tree, there is a little hutch. She crawled right in there and had them. Perfect place. You can see sometimes it takes them a little bit to come back out and eat and drink when people are around, but she's already back out, eating with the group. You did good, girl. You did real good. So normally they definitely have more than 4, but that was her first litter and she did great, and we are still so thankful and blessed. We're still thinking about changing her name. Ben has wanted to call her Pokey for Pokey and Dot. Otherwise, proper people would call it Polka, but Ben says Pokey, Pokey Dot. So I don't know. I still keep calling her Short Tail, so we'll see where that goes. But let's check on Dot. Look at these, lounging in a dust bath. See if we can find Dot. See if you can spot him. We got some down there eating. Oh, I found him. Over there in the corner, snuggled up. He's the little one of the group, but he has made himself right at home. And look what Emily found. Oh, yeah.
He's scared.
You're scared and kind of wild.
Crazy.
This is one of the ones that y'all haven't tamed as much, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, but you're cute. You're cute. Yeah. So, Em, how many do we have?
6.
6 kittens.
Yeah. After we just got rid of 4, maybe?
Right.
4 or 5, something like that.
That's right. So kittens are doing really well here on the farm.
Oh, yeah.
So Lane and Emily did the same thing with their half of their chickens. They've got their chicken tractor propped up over there so they can get under it, and they've let these chicks out. They are so pretty. We have got so many colors and variety in this new flock coming up. And they've actually got access to that entire pen that the sheep are in and Katie's in. Katie is a wonderful Great Pyrenees. She doesn't mess with chickens. And so they've got a nice, clean, safe home. They can scratch around as much as they want. And putting our chickens out like that, our yolks will be like neon orange. They're just so rich and full of nutrients when the chickens are getting to scratch for bugs. And of course, we've got the sheep. They're doing really good. We've got 5 female sheep. So we've got 3 ewe lambs. One of these mamas had a single and one had twins. And you can see one of them there. She's a little furrier. And then that is her twin sister. And then we've got 2 mama ewes, the one I just showed you, and then that one out there, and then that is her single baby. And they're doing really well. We have some trouble with the sheep. I'm just gonna be honest. If you're thinking about getting into sheep, the biggest thing we have with them, and we've talked to other sheep producers, is their feet. Y'all have noticed a couple times on camera them limping a little bit. I trim these feet, it seems like all the time. Trim, doctor, everything I know to do, and their feet grow like crazy. You can see they don't get much grain. They eat a lot of grass. They are grass-fed lamb when we process them, but a lot of times feed is what contributes to their feet growing so much and foot problems, but that is not the case here. So it's just a problem we have to stay on top of. And honestly, we're probably gonna keep these. We've got Pepper, and we're planning to raise Australian Shepherd working dogs. So this is another dual purpose thing on our farm. This allows us to raise some organic grass-fed lamb for people that are interested in that. As well as sheep are an awesome animal to start a puppy out on, letting them try to herd them around. And sheep will be gentle enough on a puppy to not hurt it. You can't turn a working dog out in amongst the cows. You're really taking a risk there when the puppy won't listen yet, and the cows are trying to kick at it and all that kind of stuff. You could really get your puppy hurt. And there's Miss Katie chilling in the shade. It's actually pretty funny. She loves to get up on that rack and lay up there. That's actually for hay, but she loves to lay up there and just stand guard. I think it's pretty cool that chickens are just in there milling around with her, and she's just not doing anything. She's just not a chicken killer. She is literally, I think, the best Great Pyrenees I could have hoped for. Come here, you big pretty girl. Katie, come here, girl. Oh, you're so pretty. You're so pretty. Tell them about it, Katie. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret, but don't tell Katie. She was actually the last of her litter. She was the last pig. She's like the last kid picked to play a game on the playground. But you know what? All those who didn't pick her missed out, because that goes to show you, you think you can pick the perfect puppy, like the pick of the litter and all that, and sometimes the last one picked winds up being the best. All right, Emily and I are about to go check cows and show you those, but before we go, I want to pop in here in the greenhouse and just show you what is happening. So remember Ben and I cleaning this out? Look at all the new life springing up. Look at all the little sprouts everywhere. They're all over the place. That's where he just shook those heads of mere lettuce. This whole bed is like that. It's just covered. We're gonna have so much greens we can eat this fall. And then these are the sprouts that the kids and I sprouted, broccolis, cauliflowers, and cabbages for this fall. Trying to keep these good and moist every day, but not overwater, because if you overwater, you'll introduce mold on the top. But these are looking really, really good. I think I probably won't water them this morning. I'll check them again later, but they're doing excellent. Ben actually got this swamp cooler working again. It was actually leaking out the back side, so it was just all pouring out onto the ground. He's got it fixed and it feels a ton better in here. All right, so last stops for today, Cluck Wagon and the cows. And I got a really good gate opener with me. I'm the gate opener until I'm like in charge, like when Ben's not here, and then I get to pass that off to a younger generation. Uh-oh, we got a couple of escapees. They're waiting on breakfast. We're gonna psych them out a little bit. Emily's about to go start gathering eggs and get them to follow her, and then I'm going in with the feed. And these chickens have kicked it into high gear. I'm so excited. I'm getting tons of eggs. Hey girl. So just a little bit of information. About this time every year, Lane and Emily's 4-H chicks, which they're mixed in up there. They're big chickens. They're mixed in up in there with Katie. They're those red ones you saw. And about this time every year, late summer, they go into like their first molt. They're hatched in the spring, and so then they start laying in the fall. And then the next year, late summer, when they're about 1.5 years old, it happens like this every single year, they stop getting eggs almost completely. They'll get a few trickling in here and there. And so, but then about the time their new ones that were hatched this spring kick in here in another month or two, those ones that have molted from the year before that were hatched 1.5 years ago, they start back up, and then they've got major eggs all winter. But if you got chicks last spring and now all of a sudden your egg production is just plummeted, it's totally normal. It will come back up. Just keep doing what you're doing, and I promise you that's just part of their life, and it will kick back in. I like that rooster a lot. I didn't think I'd ever say that. And I really like that hen, although she does not like me. All right, last stop, cows. All right, so we checked the one herd of cows. They're mainly our Black Angus and then our Sim Angus bull, the big black one. They're all together. Everything looks good up there. We need to look for one calf when we go back up there. But now we're gonna go back here and check Bruce, the new South Pole bull, and the herd back here, and we've got a few calves to look for. We need to look at Bruce. During breeding season, we try to look at the bulls every single day to make sure there's no problem, because they're going through a lot right now. They can go downhill really quickly, so we're going to check him out. Bruce is doing real good, aren't you, boy? He actually swam across this pond. He was literally swimming
This is all that was left of him.
over to here.
Was his neck. It was like that far underwater.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, he looked like a dog paddling.
So we saw all the cows we needed to check on. Right now, with the cows here behind our house, those two groups, and then we have two groups across the road that we rotate over there. That's where we put Iron Man a couple days ago. With all of them combined with my milk cows and everything, we have 118 head of cattle. So we have our hands full right now. We're actually down a little bit, if you can believe that. We would actually like to have more like 100 mama cows, and we've sold down now. We have like in the 50s of beef mama cows. We also have a lot of calves. We have steers. We have dairy. You've seen the pen behind our house right in our backyard of 9 steers. That's the future of our beef operation. So we'd like to eventually build back up to at least 100 mamas that we can rotate. We rotationally graze them right here behind our house on about 120 acres. Then we have another 80 acres back behind that we are cutting for hay, which we will be doing next week. So things are hopping here at VW Family Farm. I hope that gives you a little bit of an overview of our animals and things going on with them. And thanks for going around with us, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless.